On this week's show, Liberty football finds a way to stay unbeaten in CUSA play, and we take you in the fire with Flames running backs.
Plus, a former Liberty quarterback gets his first NFL victory, and Liberty field hockey secures its biggest home win ever. That's all straight ahead. This is Flames Central. Another week, another win for Liberty football. Welcome into our beautiful Flame Central studios. I'm Emily, he's Matt, and we're so glad you're joining us this week for another incredible show ahead. I promise you won't regret it.
You sure won't. And we're not just staying at the collegiate level today. We'll also hear from former Flame and current Green Bay Packers quarterback Malik Willis in just a bit.
But first, we start on the mountain as Flames football hosted UTEP for Liberty's second conference matchup of the season. Matt, the Miners bringing the energy and the belief that they have what it takes to upset the Flames at home. We'll see about that, but UTEP does get on the board first, leading 3-0. But let's pick it up later in the quarter. While Quentin Cooley was in the medical tent getting looked at, more on that later, his sidekick, Billy Lucas, stepped in and stepped up, finding the end zone to give LU an early 7-3 advantage. Flames defense really showed up in this one, picking up back-to-back interceptions. First, it's Christian Bodner with the help of Brylan Green. He returns it for 43 yards. Then it's Dexter Ricks Jr. And Matt, you know what that means.
Bring it out.
It's time to bring out the Joker mask and the celebration to follow. To the second, it's Lucas again, really showing the depth in this running back room and pushing his way over the line to give Liberty a 14-3 lead heading into halftime. The Miners came out striking in the third. Skylar Locklear finds Kenny Odom for the 60-yard score, and just like that, we have a ball game. Liberty still leading 14-10. So with Cooley in street clothes, who will be the hero? Billy Cool Hand Lucas. That's a hat trick, his third touchdown of the night. Kaden Salter connects with Tyson Mobley in the fourth, and the Flames win it 28-10, improving to 3-0 on the season. Here's Lucas after a career night.
It's real important. They preach next man up, always be ready. Never know when your time gonna come. So the team needed me at the time. Arguably our best player went down. So it just had to step up and be ready for your time.
Most likely the MVP of the game. Realistically, he did, from an offensive standpoint, did a fantastic job. You got to put somebody in there you trust that, hey, he's going to do what he needs to do consistently. And we and the defense and the whole coaching staff and the players, they have a lot of trust in Billy. We feel like our running back room is as good as there is in this league.
All right, here's the way too early, but let's take a look anyway. CUSA standings. The Flames are 2-0 in conference play. They're also the only CUSA squad to remain unbeaten overall. Western Kentucky had a big win over Middle Tennessee to take second in the standings. It will be interesting to see how the conference shakes out as this season continues.
Well, we're not done talking about Liberty's win over UTEP just yet. As you know, the run game has been a major factor in the Flames' success over the last year and a half. With that in mind, we spent the week with the LU running backs in the lead up to their big win over the Miners. And now you get to experience it in this week's In the Fire.
Can't make excuses. The other team don't care about what time you got back or what time your game was. You just got to move on and put it behind you and get ready for the next one. We're spread option offense. We're going to run the ball. All right, and we got to take pride in being the bell cows for our offense. And then if we're not doing it, then we're not going to be very successful. We're in the gauntlet. Tombstone Tuesday. Go. Keep your chin, lock on to the wrist. Go. Oof. Good.
Coach Isaac's a perfectionist. He won't let no little detail slip.
Come out of that last one and press that last one.
Not settling for mediocrity. He wants us not only to be good, but he wants us to be great.
You got to strain today, strain.
Let's go, we need a first down, let's go. Let's go. Start with y'all, line. I'm in an opportunity where I can lead different people, and a lot of people look up to me just from off my situation, my background, and just the way I go through practice, the way I go through football, and just the way I play. I just play with my heart.
Rotate, Vaughn, go. Hey, keep your hands off me. Stay there, good cut, Vaughn. Good. Run through somebody's face, let's go. Hey, make a hole. A good running back to me, it starts with toughness. You got to be able to take hits and take shots, be able to keep going and battling through it.
Me, the training room is very important. A lot of them really helped me out. It's really been helping my body out, keeping me healthy in different ways. The type of running back I am, I need to be in the rehab room every day because you never know what can happen to my body regardless because of how I run the ball.
You got to stay in that training room, stay in that weight room. You know, go with Elias, Joe, Mo, all them, just every day, just even if you don't got nothing wrong with you, just going to check in, try and keep your body as healthy as possible. You got to take those extra steps to make sure that you're ready for that next Saturday. The closest teams is the best teams. They start off in your room, that's who you spend the most time with.
I love shooting pool. You got to be able to find an outlet. Can't take it home with you. If you try to take it home with you, it'll wear on you, it'll stress you out, and you're not going to be as effective the next day. So it's very, very, very vital, very important to find an outlet outside of coaching.
I'm not gonna say I'm good at pool like that, but when it gets competitive, I get competitive.
Once you build that stronger bond, that stronger connection, it really make you like want to play for your brother even more and want to cheer on your brother even more.
That stadium post up, bro. You ain't got it in your bag, bro.
So the closer we can get, the better we're gonna be as a group.
It's a beautiful night for homecoming in Lynchburg, Virginia. Last season, the Flames dominated Conference USA, going undefeated in league play. They'll look to continue that success tonight.
Flames quarter for 4 straight quarters. Everybody understand that? That's the mentality. That's the mindset. Hey, adapt, adjust, whatever happens, we'll figure it out. You keep believing, you keep striking, you keep playing for each other. And do not doubt yourself, believe in each other, and play our game. Flames quarter for 60 minutes, understand?
I do have nerves, I do have butterflies up until offense hits the field, and it's like, okay, now we can go play ball.
They give it to Cooley, near side, cuts it up, breaks a tackle.
I like to play hard, physical football. When I get going, it's kind of hard to stop me in certain ways.
It just feel like a movie. Like, it just feel like you just break that tackle and you see that green grass, you just like you running for dear life. Feel like it's only you out there sometimes. The best celebration probably when your lineman lift you in the air. You know, you be high up, you kind of see everything.
3rd down and 8.
Third down, come on.
Late blitz, throw near side, picked off by the Flames. Dexter Ricks Jr. 2nd interception. This one's at the UTEP 22, and the first career pick, Dexter Ricks Jr.
Flames trying to take advantage. Salter rolling out, now looking back across the field. He's got a man. Blue with the catch down at the 1. Vaughn Blue showing you the athleticism and the hands out of the backfield as they hit him for a big play.
It come down to crunch time, we just tell each other, like, it's on us, like, we gotta go. We live for those moments, so we all know in the room, like, when our number get called, it's time to go. Like, we love that pressure and love that feeling that we can help the team and the team can depend on us.
Hand off to Lucas. Again, did he find Pater? Yes, he did. For a 3rd time tonight, Billy Lucas finds the end zone.
Snap to Salter, play action, fade, right sideline, up in the end zone, far side, light him up! Touchdown, Liberty! Tyson Mobley! It's 3rd and 12 for UTEP. Snap to Locklear, under pressure. In the pocket, down he goes, T.J. Bush at the 30.
Whatever our best is, that's all we want to play for. Whether they ran for 150 yards or whether they ran for 50, did we leave it on the field? Did we play the best that we can possibly play? And if we did that, then I can go to bed and lay my head down and sleep well that night.
Well, we stay with football, but take it to the pros. It was just a few weeks ago that former Liberty quarterback Malik Willis was traded from the Titans to the Packers. His role was to back up the starter Jordan Love. But after a Week 1 injury to the Green Bay signal caller, Malik would find himself starting Week 2. Boy, did he ever deliver. Willis would lead the Packers to a win over the Colts 16-10. Willis would throw his first NFL touchdown while completing 12 of 14 passes for 151 yards and running for another 41. It's been a whirlwind of a month for Willis, and after the victory, he was asked if he was proud of his performance.
I wouldn't say I'm proud. I'm more blessed than anything. I'm just grateful for God giving me another opportunity somewhere different, a clean slate, and just giving me the opportunity to be around guys who helped me get going in this past 3 weeks as far as just learning as much as I can, and guys in that locker room who are behind you, whoever's starting, and just continuing to, have that confidence in you. It builds and it just helps you go out and be yourself.
Current Liberty quarterback Kaden Salter had some big shoes to fill when Malik Willis left the Mountain. But Salter has created quite the resume of spectacular plays and historic wins. So you would think it would be difficult for him to choose his favorite moment in a Flames uniform, but it didn't take long to decide this touchdown run from the CUSA Championship tops them all.
Hey, my name is Kaden Salter, the quarterback at Liberty, and my favorite moment is when I scored a touchdown in the conference championship game.
Second down and 10 from the Aggie 35 left hash. The snap to Kaden sets up the option, and he'll escape and run up the middle. Dancing to the 25, to the 20, to the 10, near side, light him up, touchdown Liberty!
So it was fourth quarter, the score was 35-42 Liberty. We was up by one touchdown. I just knew that we needed to put the game in a two-score game situation. Coach called the play. I can't remember the exact play he called, but I know I made the right read, but something happened and I had to make a play out of it. So I just decided to start scrambling and making a lot of guys miss.
That was supposed to be a reverse pitch, and it blows up, and Salter makes a positive play and breaks loose, and he scores!
Wow, it looked like he pulled that pitch back knowing that it could have been a fumble, and he just kept it himself and ran down the sideline for the touchdown. Something special, wow.
Coach Korn tell us, you're not pitching it off your pitch key, you got to keep it and you got to take that hit or make a play. So me personally right there, I knew I wasn't going to take a 5-yard loss on the hit. So I made a play and I'm just had to do what I had to do to make my coaches proud right there.
Kaden Salter, feeling it. That was a broken play that turned into a touchdown.
After I seen the film, I realized that Aaron Bedgood helped me out a lot right there. He had a big block, so I was able to cut back and get to the touchdown wide open freely.
Watch 82 right there. That's incredible in what it takes to win championships.
Each guy I made miss, the crowd just got louder and louder. After I scored the touchdown, just the excitement from my teammates and watching everybody come back. I was running back to the sideline, and Coach tell us celebrate with our team, so I was just jumping up and down, pointing at my ring finger, like, yeah, go ring us, we just did it. And so I knew right there, like, that was what put the game away.
And let the celebration begin. The 2023 Conference USA champions, the Liberty Flames.
We take a quick timeout, but when we come back, Liberty Field Hockey squares off with a top 5 team in the country.
Plus, we introduce you to one of the newest members of the men's soccer team and unveil our Athletes of the Week. That's when Flames Central returns.
Welcome to Liberty University's online programs, where living out your calling with integrity is what you train to do. And getting ready for the future doesn't mean missing out on the now. Because a university is more than buildings and books. And an education should set you free, not fence you in. Welcome to Liberty's global campus, where distance learning was pioneered and evolved into one of the top-ranked schools in the nation. Where protecting your budget, your time, and your education isn't just a theory, It's our priority. Here, degrees in your field reflect industry demands and help you get ahead of the competition. Where college comes to you, but you can come to college too. Game day, homecoming, graduation day. Your school, your values, your experience, your choice. Welcome to Liberty University, where we train champions for Christ.
Challenges, they're nothing new. At Liberty, we know they make you stronger, force you to learn, adapt, to overcome. When your next challenge comes, be ready. Meet it with a degree that propels you forward. We've helped champions like you succeed for 35 years and counting. And now, over 100,000 students are getting stronger every day. At Liberty University, challenges make champions. Let's overcome together.
Welcome back to Flames Central. Liberty Field Hockey is one of, if not the most successful programs on this campus. The Lady Flames deserve respect, and they're getting it from the polls this week, moving to number 11 in the nation. That recognition comes after a huge win earlier this week at the time number 12 Liberty, hosting number 4 Duke. The Lady Flames looking for their first ranked victory of the season. Let's jump straight to the third quarter. No score. Meet Michaela Skinner. She's not only your Big East Defensive Player of the Week, but your D1 Field Hockey Defensive Player of the Week. Huge save there. Still no score until the final frame. Off Martusian's rebound, it's Lou Cumbrink, your Big East Offensive Player of the Week. One goal was enough to secure the highest ranked victory at home in program history for the Lady Flames.
Yeah, and around here we live by one rule. When a Liberty team beats a top 5 opponent, they get an invite to the Flames Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage. And so Reagan Underwood of Liberty Field Hockey was this week's guest, and I asked her about what the ceiling of this year's team might be. As you look going forward, you've gotten to this point, you've had a big win. Where's the growth? Where's the biggest room for growth that you see within this team?
See, I think within this team, it's just, I think we talked about it earlier, but just knowing what we're capable of. It's just that confidence piece that I think we have. Because we have so many new people, it's almost weird to feel like, oh, we are that good. But we are that good. Yeah. Like, as long as we all believe that, then we're going to be able to achieve those things and not let it be a surprise, right? We go and beat Duke yesterday, but that can't be a surprise to us because I think we are that capable. So as we go into these next games like ODU and UNC, we got to go in there expecting to win and playing with that level of confidence.
How great is Reagan?
I love her.
She is awesome. It was great having her on the show. If you'd like to hear her entire interview, as well as Emily, Joe, myself, talking a whole lot of football, check out the Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage. Listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or you can watch it all on the Liberty Flames YouTube channel.
Staying on the pitch, but switching gears to men's soccer. In this day and age, like it or not, the transfer portal is a part of college athletics. So we started a segment called Why Liberty to see why student athletes chose LU to play collegiate sports. Here's the reason why Alex Krakowiak wanted to spend his final season as a Flame.
Hi, my name is Alex Krakowiak. I'm from men's soccer here at Liberty, and I just transferred in from James Madison University. I kind of just got to a point after 4 years where I felt like there was a transition coming for me. I was just coming off of almost a year-long kind of back and forth surgery process. You know, you're not just going through a physical battle with that, you're also going through a mental battle. Confidence can fluctuate as an athlete up and down all the time, and coming off of surgery, it was a rough period of my life. So I played with some of the guys here from Liberty about 2 summers ago. And one of those guys, specifically Luke Eberly, we kept in contact pretty well, and he would always reach out to me asking me if I was going to take my 5th year, and I kind of just kept that in the back of my mind. When I made the decision to enter the transfer portal, I never forgot those words. I actually called him up, and we had a good conversation about it, and sure enough, I found myself here on an official visit. I loved this school. I love the campus. I love what this team was about. I just connected instantly with the coaching staff and with the rest of the players, and I knew that this is where I wanted to spend my last fall. You know, when you're putting so much into something and you're maybe not seeing the results that you like, or, you know, like I previously mentioned, going through kind of a little bit of an internal war confidence-wise, coming off of a surgery process. If I'm speaking honestly, I came to fall out of love with the game. So coming here to Liberty and just coming to a little bit more of like a freer environment, an environment that feels a little bit more light, it's just allowed me to smile again in practice. It's allowed me to laugh with my teammates and even with my coaches. I would say one of the biggest things that has helped me in my faith while being here at Liberty is you just have that constant surrounding of people that are invested into their faith. You know, we're doing worship before a game. We're praying before practices. We're praying after practices. If there is any, you know, maybe conflict in a practice or something like that, like we address it, and we address it in such a way that it's going to be centered around reconciliation. That's a beautiful thing, and you just don't get to experience that everywhere. If you're considering coming to Liberty, I would say to, you know, come check it out. You're going to be amazed by the campus. You're going to be amazed by all the facilities that we have here. And just talk to people, talk to some students, talk to some faculty, and you're going to get a feel of what Liberty is like. That's what I would say to somebody considering Liberty.
I love those Why Liberty features. Thanks to Caleb Smith for producing that. All right, Rhett McGibbon's here. Time for Warm, Hot, and Fuego, top player moment from the past week in Liberty athletics. Rhett, any kind of theme this week?
Well, you know, this one I'm sure is near and dear to Emily's heart. Talk Like a Pirate Day.
She did. She did celebrate. She actually texted me and told me when that happened.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm a little worried to do this. It was one of those weeks where I was like, should Emily be in Warm, Hot, and Fuego? But yeah, I just thought, calm it down. Let's not walk off the plank or anything, you know. So, yeah.
All right, let's start with Warm. Who's warm this week?
TJ Bush. TJ Bush. I can't even talk like a pirate. I don't even know why I did this. TJ Bush. Yeah, we'll leave it for her. This guy. Watching him on the D-line this year, coming in, you know, obviously a tremendous freshman season, this second campaign for him, he's been terrific. This last game, 1.5 sacks, 2 pass deflections, should have been 3 in my mind. That one play that was just so odd where he bats it right back to the quarterback.
Right.
Like, I've never seen a quarterback catch their own pass.
Yeah,
but
doesn't
hey,
happen often.
It happened in this circumstance, but he was absolutely terrific. He's so versatile. The fact that he can go into coverage for you, and you don't really feel like you miss a beat. Like, he's kind of that hybrid linebacker DN style. He has been terrific. Excited to see him just grow in a Liberty uniform.
Yeah, and he's become kind of a closer on the defensive line, too. When you need that big play into games, he's been the guy to do it. All right, from Warm, we go to Hot.
All right, we're going to field hockey here, and move over Azul. No, pump the brakes a little bit.
Yeah.
But Michaela Skinner has just been terrific. Not only, she's not the Big East Defensive Player of the Week, she is the national Defensive Player of the Week. You go into a pair of games, 2 shutouts for her against Duke, number 4 in the nation. All right, number 4. This is a top-end team. She shuts them out. She had 4 saves in the fourth quarter, 5 saves in all. And when you look at her nationally, she's 9th in goals against average, 13th in save percentage, leading the Big East in both those categories. She has been a rock in between the pipes. And a lot of times you go into a season where you're kind of like, okay, we've come off a goalie that's probably, legend. Should be like a Liberty Hall of Famer one day. In all truthfulness, you're like, okay, what are we going to get? There's a lot of pressure on the shoulders of the young lady behind her. She's coming in stood tall.
Yeah, she's done a great job. All right, finally, Rhett, in Fuego this week is who?
It's got to be Billy Lucas.
Billy.
You know,
Cool hand Lucas.
That's right. Next man up. You know, last year about Billy, you heard he has great feet.
That's true.
And you really saw it coming into this weekend. There was one time where he ran in, the gaps closed, and he just ran into a wall, spun off of it, went left, and gained still like 15 yards. And it was all footwork. He was just dialed in, and you can't be happier for the guy. Great kid, worried about his teammate. He wants Cooley to get back and healthy because he knows he's the bell cow, but he is ready for the challenge coming up ahead because
it doesn't get any easier coming up on this schedule.
That's right. The next couple games, stiff competition when it comes to the run game. So he's going to have to be excellent, but I believe he can be.
Yeah, they said that depth in that running back room. We talked about it at the beginning of the year. You hope you didn't need it.
Right.
You might need it now with Cooley a little bit dinged up. Rhett, great job as always. I would have expected more pirate talk from you.
I'm sorry.
We'll work on that.
A parrot or something. I don't know.
Hey, still to come. What did week 3 of the Flames Fantasy League bring us? More pain. That's what it brought us. We'll show you what we mean when Flames Central returns.
So you're looking for a university that's perfect for you, a school that has anything you could possibly need.
Anything?
You want a place that has the programs you want to study, and maybe a few more, just in case you change your mind.
I think I'm going to sign up for the fashion design program.
All right. A place with state-of-the-art facilities. I mean, look at this campus.
And who doesn't love big-time sports?
And great recreational activities.
Okay, now we're on a roll. Somewhere you can hike, slide, strike, shoot, climb, eat, and most importantly, eat. You want a place that takes you to space? Okay, maybe not, but we can teach you how to fly, or pastor a church, or run a business. And all that with a great view? Yeah, I think I know a place.
At Liberty University, we understand life can be unpredictable, and when you need a resilient career, your education should withstand any test. So we've made sure the degree you need is within reach by freezing one of the lowest tuition rates in the nation for 8 years and counting, and giving scholarships, discounts, and credit for work you've already done. Because we're proud of what you do. We've done this for over 30 years, and we know how to help. We're here to help you.
Tucked away in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Lynchburg, Virginia, you'll find us, Liberty University. Here, we pursue excellence in all of our academic endeavors, from anywhere. We fight for victory in our athletic programs and fan the flames with a mighty roar. We equip students with a Christ-centered perspective that changes lives. We are creators, problem solvers, and world changers. But above all of this, we are champions for Christ.
Ahoy!
Yeah. You know, Rhett mentioned Thursday was National Talk Like a Pirate Day, so do your joke.
I'm so excited. I think I've said this before, but what is a pirate's favorite letter?
R.
You thought it'd be R, but it's really the C.
Yeah. It never gets old.
We move. Each football season, Matt, Joe, Yak, and myself compete in the Flames Fantasy League. We draft Liberty players, and it all sounds so fun, except for me, especially this year.
Yeah, Joe's the only one having fun so far, but would that change in week 3? It would not. Quentin Cooley.
Why didn't I draft a running back?
I don't know. Quentin Cooley goes down with an injury. You think, oh, maybe that's the chance. Nope, Billy Lucas gets Joe 3 touchdowns. I should note, Emily had a roster shakeup. She dropped Juju Gray, dropped Demarion Williams, added Tyson Mobley, Quentin Reese. There could be more shakeups coming as well. You're going to need a lot more. Hey, about out of time, Liberty Flames Central. Check it out for any stories that you might have missed.
And we hash it out every week on the Flames Central podcast, powered by Alcova Mortgage, so you have to check that out every Monday. For Matt, I'm Emily. We'll see you right back here next week.